What's up, witches? It's the Lunar Priest, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the third house. There's a little French bulldog running around, so if you happen to hear some wild breathing, that's what that is. Make sure that you like and subscribe before we hop into the video, and without further ado, let's just get right into it. The third house is ruled by Gemini, and it's a naturally kind of masculine, quick-witted, logical area of the natal chart. And what I mean by that is Gemini and the third house both have a lot to do with communication, forming philosophy. It's related to our peers, our siblings, our cousins, kind of like people that are eye to eye with us. So there's a lot of collaboration, if you will, that happens in the realms of the third house. Now, also, it being ruled by Gemini gives it this facet of the nervous system. And I like to talk about how the nervous system receives external stimuli, information from our external world, whether it's through conversation, information, teachings, literal sense stimulation, so things we feel, see, touch, etc. And it takes the outside world and it lets your body know how to recalibrate and adapt accordingly. So the third house placements that we might have give us a clue as to where we will have to do extra processing, or we'll have to learn extra lessons, or extra communication, sensitivity, things of that nature will be manifesting in our lives. So for example, let's say we have, let's say that we literally have Mercury, which is the associated planet, to the third house, and a Gemini. Let's say we have Mercury in the third house. Now that's a well-suited placement because that planet goes nicely in that house, whereas maybe we had, Sagittarius, which is the opposite of Gemini. Maybe we had Jupiter in the third house. That might be a little bit more clashy, though Jupiter is a pretty nice planet in general. Anyway, back to my point. If we had Mercury in the third house, it would literally be like we are a very communicative person. We might have a job that requires a lot of communication, or a lot of writing, or a lot of learning and philosophizing. We might have a lot of people that we'll have to be in contact with. Siblings could be an important area in our life, or people that are kind of eye to eye again with us will be significant in our lives. And when we look at those placements, their signs, if they're aspected to any other planets, it can give us a hint as to where it will really manifest, right? So we had Mercury in the third house. Let's just say that it was a Cancer Mercury in the third house. Well, Cancer is associated to the mother, it's associated to the breasts, the home, the nest. So maybe we are a interior designer, or we are the communications department of an interior design place, right? So we can kind of think about this like a math equation. When we look at the placements we have in the third house, we want to see, how does the planet manifest? How does the sign manifest? And then how is that showing up in our lives? Is it prescriptive, as in it may be something we want to dive more into, or is it reflective, as in we're already doing this and we know we're kind of on the path and we want to understand how to evolve even deeper into that practice if it's serving us, right? So that's just a little bit about the third house. The third house also has to do with short-term travel also, so that's like another thing to take into consideration. Since it's an air elemented house, we have a lot to do with communication. I've said it a million times, language, learning, having to adapt to social situations, taking an interest in certain studious type of things. We might be more efficient at like understanding and digesting the vibe of other people and other practices, and really understand like, okay, how can I make use of the way that person lives their life as I watch them and interact with them? How can I apply the teachings of this person who is an equal to me, most likely, and use it to my own advantage, and not in a malicious way, but in a way that just serves, and we can really be very good at learning and connecting to those that surround us when we have those third house placements going on in our own charts. So anyway, I know all of these videos are kind of all over the place, but I do like to just have them for quick reference, because if you're interacting on other areas of my channel, or you're not wanting to spend the money to take my astrology course or my tarot course, this is kind of my own little mad scientist way of sharing a brief bit of info, right? Very Gemini of me. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel, liking this video. All the support helps. Don't forget to check out my pick a card readings, which are for free all the time on this channel too. And until my next video, I'll see you later. Bye.